All right, what's good, everybody? So we made it. Now, beforehand, I should say I have no idea if. Well, actually, there would be no reason to make a separate video for somebody like. Uh, I had DJ in mind, but he's only had one change, so I might actually just squeeze that into the end, just to get him out the way, because I am curious on my own, on like in my own thoughts to see like his small little change to his funky slicer, whatever the fuck that is. But right now we're here for Luke, and this guy is the poster child for like nerfs right now, because this fucking button right here actually got touched up. So from what the patch notes say, this has an extra 3 frames of recovery on whiff. So now there's an extra 3 frames for you to punish. Along with that is the hitbox around his feet are actually easier to hit, and he has an extended hurt box, or I should say hurt box, not hitbox. The hurt box on his feet and his actual arm have been extended forward, so not only do you have more time to hit and punish him for this, but now you have a lot more room to punish him for it too. So luckily we have my lucky assistant Ken. Damn, I'm fucking retarded, bro. But we have fucking Luke here right now, and I'm gonna have him just start throwing these fucking mediums out. And already I can kind of feel like I can't just mash this out and have him spin and cycle through the mediums as much as like you could before. It's something that you can only notice if you really play the character, but you know, I'll just you'll visually see what I mean once we start doing this. So I'm just kind of letting my body run through the motion right now. Like, I'm not even consciously like fishing out Luke's medium punch. Like, if I was really like locked in and really watching Luke on how when he throws the medium punch and when it whiffs, I would get these consistently. But I mentioned that just to have you guys see that that's how easy it is to punish this move now. Like, you don't even have to really consciously like watch him like throw this out. Like, though during the last few there, I was actually like, you know, paying attention to when he actually throws him out. But if you just see this randomly thrown out, it's now easier to actually punish this, as you can see here. So getting like punishing your opponent for just randomly like shooting this out is actually the much easier than it's ever been, period, hands down. So I don't think there's much else to say there. Like, this move got nerfed, you're able to clip your opponent now, everybody wins, right? Aside from that, if we were to just discuss like everything that's unchanged, this move is still +1, so if you are getting strung, if you are just bonking this move, don't press at all. It's still +1, so just keep that in mind, everybody. Aside from that though, I believe the only other change he's had is if I were to look through here, the aerial flash knuckle. So I'm assuming that every character that had a tool that got them out the corner, they have increased recovery frames when they land, because just like Ken, his out of the corner tool, which would be his EX Tatsu, it had 7 frames added to his recovery and landing. Luke got the same thing, so this move now has 7 more frames of ending lag, which, I mean, it's fine. I still think that, let's say if we were in the corner, whoops, I didn't mean to do that, but there we go. Let's test this out. I'm doing it wrong. I'm still trying to get used to these controls on fucking Steam. It's not the same as it is on PS5. For the actual menu settings or the UI settings, but let's do this. Oh, I actually made him do a crosscut. That's crazy. I actually want to see that again. But that's not what I meant to do. You'll see what I'm doing here. Interesting. I have an idea. Well, I wanted to test out to see if I would be able to drive rush all the way out to the corner to where Luke lands and punish him in time, but even then I don't think from this far away, I don't think Luke would be able to anyways. Maybe somebody like DJ could, but even then I think he would stop short like around here, and I would recover in time to be able to block whatever he had coming my way. So there's that change. Aside from that, I saw a video on Luke. On Luke's meaty setups, and because of like one specific one where he whiffs a medium punch, because the increase in ending lag on his crouching medium punch on whiff, one of his setups for a jump in meaty actually have been nerfed, so the timing on that is actually now supposed to be done with a standing light. For those that actually main Luke, you guys should know what I'm talking about. But for the most part, these are all the changes that I know from the minimal knowledge that I have personally with Luke. Now, I mentioned beforehand that I didn't want to discuss any of the characters that I wasn't too familiar with. However, Luke is still relatively a character that I am familiar with because I did play him for a bit and I was able to get him to Masters. Now, rank aside and stuff, we all know rank is not really much in this game, but I still have relevant experience with him, and I still can tell you the difference of this. Like, this is definitely much more different than what it used to be, and this is like one of like 2 changes out of this patch which I can actually say matter, because something that's different between like the Ryu and Ken one. Like to me, like some of them, like the Ken throw loop thing is, it has weight to it, but it's not something that was really close to the deeper root of the character of why he was so strong. This, however, this really was a big part of like, you know, why Luke was strong, and it's something that everyone talks about. It's something that even I've never shut up about when this guy is fucking present in a conversation, because this shit in the corner, like I would be backed up in the corner, right? And then Luke would just be out here shimmying me, or trying to shimmy me, trying to fish out what I'd be doing. And then as I try to throw, like, you know, Ken's quote unquote busted 7-frame low forward, this motherfucker right here would throw this shit out, and I get clapped for that shit. And I would eat 40%, if not 50, if not 60, and, you know, possibly death. So the fact that now this is able to be punished now, or a lot more easier, it's a lot more easily punishable, it's good. And it's a change that definitely needed to happen, like, immediately in my eyes. If there was one thing, also, to bring up another character, I'm not saying that the JP change was not any less significant than this one. It's just that I don't want to talk about JP when I have no experience with the character, so I don't know how, and overall, like, how much it'll mean, you know, for JP players. But as somebody who has dove into Luke, I know what this would mean. Like, I won't, like, to me, it means that doing this, I mean, obviously it's more riskier. On paper, it's more riskier now, but now it'll be easier to, you won't be so inclined to just, you know, mindlessly throw this button out now as much as you would, because I can't lie, like, there would be times where I would just, like, throw this out freely, and it would be game over for, like, the opponent and shit, because this shit was just too good. It was really that good. Especially if you saw, like, the ittiest bit of, like, green on the opponent. You could just throw this out, and then they would eat this freely into whatever combo and shit. But now throwing this out, it's a lot more riskier. And I've even seen that with, like, I've even seen, like, a match where Goichi was playing Ed, and then Luke was actually more hesitant on even throwing this out now. I almost never saw it and shit. And I was like, well, we already know what's happening right now. So that's all I got to say about, like, Luke for now. I actually want to pull up DJ real quick, because I'm only going to be just talking about these 4 characters, and then that's going to be it, because I'd rather let somebody else who's more experienced with the other cast to really break down and discuss, like, you know, what these changes will mean for the character, and not just, like, go over, you know, what the paper says and shit, because that's easy to talk about, but nobody can really tell you what this means overall, you know, in the eyes of a player who actually, you know, plays the character and has experience with them. I could talk about Chun-Li all day, but I don't know what it really means. Like, let's say if she got nerfed, for example. Or I haven't even seen, like, the notes on her, but we're on DJ right now, so. Because he only has 1 change right now. And if I were to go here, the knockback has been decreased for Funky Slicer, and the size of the hurt box after the active frames have been expanded. So Commandless Funky Slicer. This is rolling so bad. Oh! His sway. Alright, I gotta lab this shit out. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. So I'm going with my boy right now. They finally nerfed that motherfucker's stupid, retarded ass fucking sway, man. The knockback on block has been decreased. And the size of the hurt box after the active frames have been expanded. Now, wait, let's be in the middle for this. Alright, so we're gonna block that. It's 3 on block. It's a low. Well, actually, I don't have a visual. There's no way for me to compare, so just know that that shit's been nerfed, and I'm out. See ya.